Here are 3 things I got rid of before God could use me. 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 21. So if anyone purifies himself from anything dishonorable, he will be a special instrument, set apart, useful to the master, prepared for every good work. One of the biggest lies I believed was God loves me as I am, so I don't have to change. There's a truth and a lie in that. God loves you the way that you are, but he doesn't provide you a gift. He doesn't call you and leave you unchanged. Moses went from hiding in the wilderness to leading Israel out of captivity. Peter went from being a coward and trading on Jesus to preaching the gospel. Paul went from attacking Christians to planting churches. God didn't need them to be perfect. He needed them to be available. And as a woman of God, I knew it wasn't just about me. I wanted my husband to feel it. I wanted my children to inherit it. And I wanted generations to come to be affected by it. So here are 3 things I got rid of for God to be able to use me. Number 1, I had to get serious about holiness. 1 Peter chapter 1 verse 15. As the one who called you is holy, you are also to be holy in all of your conduct. It is written. There was a season where I wanted God's blessing, but was holding on to everything he asked me to let go of. Surrender means to relinquish power or control. Some of the TV shows I watched, the profanity that came out of my mouth, and some of the habits that I called freedom. Even some of the compromises that I called grace with having certain people around me. Not because God was punishing me, but because I was realizing that I could not hear God's voice with a bunch of noise in my spirit, things that were just defiling and demonic. The moment I made the decision to surrender, my appetite changed. Not because I became perfect, but because now I am set apart. Number 2, I had to kill the victim mentality. Isaiah chapter 43 verse 18. Do not remember the past events. Pay no attention to the things of old. Look, I am about to do something new. Even now it is coming. Do you not see it? I've given people the clothes on my back, allowed them to stay in my home. Yes, people have hurt me. They've betrayed me. But I realized if the enemy couldn't destroy my future, he would keep me staring and stuck in the past of what was. I had to stop rehearsing the story in my head of what they did to me and just started asking God, well, what are you trying to do through me? Those are 2 completely different prayers. Only one matures you as a woman of God and allows you to move forward. I've even come to the conclusion that I'm the bad person in some people's story. And number 3, I had to get serious about who I was in private. Matthew chapter 6 verse 6. But when you pray, go into your private room, shut the door, and pray to your Father who is in secret. And your Father who sees in secret will reward you. Everybody wants to be used publicly, but God was watching me privately. How I spoke to my husband when I was frustrated, how I showed up for my children when I was mentally, emotionally depleted, or how I handled conflict with my sister when nobody was watching. One question changed my life. If God only rewarded me for what no one else could see when the camera was off, would I still obey him? The enemy loves to devour family through women who refuse transformation, who refuse to change. But when a woman lets God change her entire house feels it. But it does happen one surrender at a time. If you're a woman who wants God to use you, visit womensbookclub.com. Send your prayer email at 5 a.m. to help you walk this thing out biblically.